Hello everyone and welcome to our command block tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to simply make a parts list for your Minecraft builds with commands. So first what you're going to need is a build that you want the parts list for. For this one I made some like tower that's got a few like things in it just so we can show that they show up on the parts list. And then after you have your build you want the parts list for, you get a structure block. You get a structure block and you just place it on one of the corners and go into it and adjust it to, in this, show the actual size. Well, show the whole build. So I got mine to the size. Mine was 8, 12, 8, and it shows a little version of the whole build right here. I don't know what's going on with that one corner, but it still works even if it looks weird. And then what you do is you just choose like any name for it and you hit save. And then you can leave the structure block and go somewhere else in your world and place that structure block down. And then when you're in it, you hit load and then you type in the name of your structure and see the area gets bigger. And then you just hit load. And then that just creates a copy of your build. And then you go to a corner again, prefer like a bottom corner, and you get the coordinates. So mine is 4, 4, negative 11. And then you go up to the top opposite corner and you stand right on that corner and you do a command which is /fill that first coordinate you wrote down. Well, you remembered. Mine was 4, 4, negative 11. Yours will be wherever it was in your world. And then 3 tildes for where you are right now. And you fill it with air 0. And then the important part, destroy. And what this does is it just breaks the entire build and turns it into items. And if you pick up any of them, just make sure to like throw them down. And then you're going to need, you might not need it. If you have a really big build, you need like a hopper and a chest. But if it's like a small build, you won't need it. And you stand on top of the hopper and clear your inventory of like extra things, or just like things that if you don't want to clear them, just remember they're not part of the build. And then you need these commands. One that puts you in survival mode, one that puts you in creative, and then another one that teleports all items to the player, which is you. You need the survival mode one because when we teleport all the items, if you're in creative and there's more items than fit in your inventory, they'll still go into your inventory, but like there's not enough space, so they'll just disappear. But when you're in survival, if there's not enough space, then they'll go into the chest. So you go to survival mode and you teleport all the items and they'll go into your inventory. But if your inventory couldn't hold them, then they'd go into that chest. And then you can go back into creative mode and you have a parts list. So this is all the parts for the build. So like if you designed it in creative mode, now you have a parts list to go build it in survival if you want to. One quick thing, well, a few quick things you have to note. In my inventory, you see I have no glass, yet the build does have glass, and that's because like when you destroy, the destroy command is like if you broke the block without silk touch. So if you break it without silk touch, you don't get glass, so the command doesn't give you glass. And also here I have a piece of obsidian, This is not because the build has any obsidian, but just like I said, the destroy command breaks it without silk touch. So it's from the ender chest. I got obsidian instead of an ender chest. So those are just two things to know. It doesn't give you glass, and it gives you obsidian instead of ender chests. But everything else, it gives you exactly what you had in your build. So you can have a super easy parts list for your build. And I hope you enjoy building your creative mode builds in survival with this parts list. Bye.